Hello, YouTube. Do you or somebody you know either plan on taking somebody to court, you all have been to court, or you have to go to court? If you have answered yes to any of these questions, you might want to stay tuned in this video. I have 3 myths that I want to share with you concerning courts. Hello, it is Coffee and Tea, and it is coffee time, you all. And so I'm going to jump right into this video concerning 3 myths that people have, either when they're taking people to court, either they've been to court, or they have to go to court. And so the first myth that I have is those that are taking people to court for money you feel that is owed to you. Or you're going to take somebody to court, or you know somebody's going to take somebody to court because they feel that the person owed them money. And usually those are small claims or general civil cases. And sometimes landlord-tenant cases can fall under small claims cases. But in any event, when you take the person to court, or if you plan on taking somebody to court, when you get your judgment, people think because you have the judgment, you have the order, the judge has granted you your wish, saying that that person owes you X amount of money, that you are going to get your money. Y'all leaving the court like, yes, I'm going to get more money. Yes. Just because you have an order, or just because the judge granted an order, does not mean that you're going to automatically collect your money. It does not mean that you're going to automatically get your money. We get calls all the time from individuals, plaintiffs, calling the courts asking where their money at. Give me my money, or where's my money? I've been to court 2 weeks ago. I've been to court a month ago, and I ain't got no money. That's because people assume, because you got a piece of paper, that you're going to automatically get some money. So there are ways that you can get your money, or try to get your money. And I'm going to do another video on how to collect money that you feel is owed to you after you have received a judgment from the judge. But that is myth number 1, that don't automatically assume just because your order was granted or your motion was granted that you're going to automatically get your money. We cannot make people pay you money. People may not pay you money. There are steps to take to try to collect money that you feel is owed to you. So stay tuned to the next video on that. The second myth that people assume is that if your landlord takes you to court for non-payment of rent or termination of tenancy, termination of tenancy means they don't want any of you rent, they just want you out, gone, get out my place. If your landlord takes you to court for non-payment of rent or termination of tenancy, and you do not move or get out within the allotted time that is on the judgment, or that the judge tells you, a court officer or deputy or sheriff would be there to put your belongings out. Some give a certain amount of hours or days, but some put you out right then and there. When they knock on that door and you open it, they're there to put your stuff out. So here's the myth that people believe, especially if they have children, that if you have a child, or if it's cold outside, that you cannot get put out your property or the property that you're in. That is a myth. People call the courts all the time when they're about to get put out, stating they cannot get put out because they have a child or because it's cold outside. That is not true. You can get put out if you're not abided by the judgment order that was given to you. You can get put out whether you have a child, children, or if it's below 0. You got to get your stuff and go. And most courts, once the eviction order process has been issued and the court officer is involved, normally it's out of our hands. But guess what? I'll do another video on that. Telling you guys how it's a possibility, even if you have the eviction order, how you might get saved from getting put out. Like I said, there's stipulations to that, but mostly if you have a termination, usually there's no saving you from that. But there may be a little stipulations around that. But stay tuned to the next video for that. The third and the biggest myth that people have is if you think there is a possibility that you are going to go to jail when you go to court to bring children. You know how y'all do? You tell Big Mama, oh, I gotta go to court, y'all. I'm scared I might go to jail. Oh, I did X, Y, and Z. Or I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And somebody tell you, bring Jane Doe. Or bring John Doe. They ain't gonna put you in jail if you got your kids. Myth, lies. Please, if you have a child and you think you have to go to jail or you think you're going to go to jail, please don't assume that your child is going to save you. That is a myth. When people bring kids to court thinking that they are going to be saved from going to jail because the child's there. Now, some judges have grace, but you don't want to take that chance. Some judge will have you report on a different day, report to jail on this day because you have a child. You got to really, really, really work it. But some judges don't care. And if you're going to test the waters on that, y'all, I would advise, you might want to just bring somebody with you. And don't let it be a double or cross contempt where each litigant has brought the other one to court for a contempt matter, and each party wants the other one to go to jail. I've seen where both parties have went to jail. And so that's not good for the child or the children. So I'm going to do another video on that for my observations on when a child is brought to court. And that is just on different aspects, just for family hearings or people that think their child can save them from not going to jail. Stay tuned to that video also. So those are the 3 myths, y'all, that I want to tell you all. And there are many other myths that people just assume when they go to court. But those are the biggest ones that I've seen so far, is that people think that they can automatically collect money once they get judgments, or that children or co-weather can prevent them from being put out, or children can save them from going to jail. 3 myths that you guys need to know about. But stay tuned, because I'm going to do some more videos on those 3 myths to explain to you all court procedures and so stay tuned to the next video. And until the next video, keep your coffee ready, because it's coffee time anytime. So see you in the next video.